Hey guys, come on in and hit the like button. I'll be right back. I put the camera on. I just need to go get my glasses really quick. So I just wanted to open up the live and give everyone a chance to hit the like button. I'll give everyone a chance to get in here and get my glasses. So give me just a second. Hey guys. Hey everyone, how are you? Gosh, guys, happy Friday. Hi, Sofa Time. Hey, Anna. Anna was first one in the building. Hey, Anna. Hey, Sofa. Hi, Alyssa. How are you? Thank you. Thank you to all my members. Thank you to all the mods coming in like right away. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Felita. How are you? Can you guys see me yet? Oh, okay. This is not. I was trying to see. Okay, on YouTube. Okay, here we go. Okay. So guys, I'm on StreamYard, so I'll send a link if anyone wants to join the chat live. Okay, so let me just say hi to everyone really quick. Okay, so Felita, how you doing? Hi, Miss Takia. It's so much easier to look at this on the YouTube side. Hey, Reese. Hi, JB. Gwen. Hi, B. Kirkpatrick. Hey, Courtney Fixing Mommy. How are you? Just a second. Y'all. Okay. Remote learning. Yeah, I'm not happy with it. I think the difference between remote learning and homeschool is like, I guess homeschool, you do your own thing. Remote learning, you're still kind of at the mercy of the school district. Anyway. Okay, so Courtney Fixing My... So, hey, Shan. Hey, how are you? Hey, Pretty Dope. Hey, Felita. For the third time. Brown Eyed Girl. Hi, TMR. How's it going? I hope I didn't skip anybody. I think I got everyone up to Tay Fizzy. Hi, Franemy, Fremily. Aw, that's cute. Hi, Blessed Beyond Measure. Hi, lovely Miss Sonia. Tay Frizzy. Okay, okay. You let your hair down. Is that's your Friday name? Tay Fizzy. Okay, guys. Y'all. Okay, so I'm here. It's Friday, guys. It's been a crazy week, so it's been crazy. So that's all I can really say right now. It's been a lot going on. remote learning is not easy, and then getting everything done. I'm sure all of you guys are feeling this, who are in the struggle right now. So, I was thinking, like, with everything that happened yesterday, I put the video out yesterday, talking about the video Olivia put out, or rather the videos that she put out this week. And, I think there are some downsides, yeah, is she going to say it? Is it really, really true? Yes, of course, there's some downsides to mom life. There's a lot that we have to deal with. There's a lot going on. Hi, Erica McConney. Is it McConney or McConey? It's just, there's a lot. So we saw Olivia, several videos we'll talk about really quick. Chrissy, her video yesterday, her live. The main thing for Chrissy is, girl, could you please call Spectrum, AT&T, somebody? Can you get your Wi-Fi straightened out? I just don't understand how you're going to have 7 children remote learning, and you probably have to heavily rely on internet, and your internet is a mess. Your internet is awful. Hey, Tina. And then speaking of which, since Farrah shit is off of specials or close to off specials, I'm going to go ahead and make myself the priority since I'm live. But she's in media right now. It's just that you can set certain, which I guess I am the. Okay, am I here? Hi, Kiki. How are you? Gosh, guys, everyone in Houston, I heard everybody is okay. You guys missed the storm, so I know I'm a couple days behind on that. I think it was the night before last we were all talking about it. Yesterday we found that everything was going to be okay. I don't know how everyone else turned out, like wherever the storm went to, but hopefully it just like fizzled out in the Gulf somewhere. I don't know if that's what happened, but it's better to be safe than sorry. That's what they always say, because we still ask anyone who went through Katrina. No one knew what Katrina was going to do until Katrina got there, and then Katrina did her thing, right? So it's better to be safe than sorry, right? So it's good to have fire drills. Guys, can we get the likes up? We are at 79 watching, so I know y'all gonna start coming on in, but whenever y'all get in, go ahead and give your girl a like, because in honor of Chrissy, who did a live yesterday, we saw Chrissy for the first time. It's free, and obviously free doesn't cost anything, right? But there is a cost for free stuff, though. I believe, sometimes you're giving up your options when stuff is free. Free doesn't mean you always get what you want. You get what people give you, right? So, but that being said, definitely, y'all, this is free. So yeah, if you guys could give me some likes, that'd be awesome. Awesome. But anyway, y'all, I don't know. I was watching the videos. I watched Chrissy yesterday. I don't know. I kind of felt bad at first because I know she's got her hands full. She's got a lot going on. I think it kind of goes without saying, right? Hey, that girl T, how are you? So gosh, is today the day everyone's changing their name? Do I need to look into it? A name? Is anyone else changing their name? Hey, that girl T. Hey, Lady B Ashley. Girl, yes. It's just I felt bad for her because obviously her hands are full. And, we don't really know like what kind of help she has. People can say, oh yeah, her mom is there. We don't know what her mom doesn't do. We don't know when her mom takes off and leaves to go. She's got 2 other children, right? I think Chrissy has 2 other brothers, or at least, I think there's at least 1, but I think 2. So I'm sure she goes to see her other children, goes to see her other grandchildren. Hey, Miss Crafty, Capricorn. So, I mean, I kind of was like, okay, yeah, but when did you, I mean, I don't know. I think the downside of mom life is fun. Our kids are wonderful. Kids are fun, everything. And being a mother is one of the best things that you can do. However, like the responsibilities and managing your household, kids grow up, their needs increase. Babies start walking. Babies that start walking start talking. They need things, you know what I mean? Like once they're not in school, now they are in school. First they don't have homework, now they got lots of homework. I mean, there's a lot going on. And I don't know if maybe this is the first that she's realizing how much work she was going to have and what this was going to be. But I mean, I remember her saying that she never intended to do this by herself, which is why I guess, she got married and all that stuff. But you're busy. Yeah, so Ivy League saying she did it to herself. She should have stopped having kids. She couldn't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going down the road of she couldn't afford, because I don't know. I mean, we can speculate. We know that she got evicted, whatever. Hey, TMR, we know she got evicted once upon a time. I don't know what she can afford, what she can't afford, but I'm just saying in terms of time. I mean, the thing is, like, I was watching something this morning and it really hit a light bulb with me. I was watching someone give a speech, and she said, you can't give what you don't have. So if you don't have time, you can't give time. If you don't love yourself, you can't love other people. If you don't give yourself grace and mercy, you can't give others grace and mercy, right? So I was like, wow. It's hard. Life is hard, but mommydom is hard. Being a mommy is not easy. Aw, thank you, that girl T. I appreciate that. Girl, that internet is bad. The internet, we might have to put that internet on trial, okay? We might need to really that internet might, the internet over there at Strong Mommy Chrissy's house might get a whole show in and of itself. Might have to get roasted, okay? Because that internet is bad. And I know people have said, oh, she must be using the internet from her neighbor. I mean, I don't know, but that internet is a fucking joke, okay? It's a joke. But yeah, guys, being a mommy is not easy. And like she said yesterday, I know people with less kids than me who are having it hard. Well, we all get used to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get used to what you have. So for me, busy might be a walk in the park for someone else. And that walk in the park for someone else might be like a beach vacation for Strong Mommy Chrissy. You know what I'm saying? Like, looking at me, girl, she's like, I could do that with my eyes closed. I mean, you never know what people are feeling and thinking about what you have going on. Now, there's people I've seen who got plenty of kids. Now, I know I watch Tribe of Many, and Sarah has a husband, but her husband is always busy. He works and is out of the home. He's a pastor, all that stuff. She's got 10 kids, but she also has kids she's got the threshold of like a 16-year-old and 14-year-old and all that stuff now. So she has help. She also hired an assistant, a college student that helps her. But it took her having her 10th child to get help. Her mom lives in Florida. Her husband's mom lives in Kenya. So it's not like she has family help close by. You don't see the church there. Sometimes she does say, oh, the church, someone from the church dropped us off some dinner or dropped us off some extra food. They had like a couple extra pizzas. They dropped it off, whatever. She found, look, and I'm not picking. This is what I'm saying. I'm talking specific about this mother. So this is not talking about this other mother. Because again, as a mother, last thing I'm going to do is put some mother competition. This mother does it this way. This mother does it this way. And that mother does it that way. So the mother I'm talking about right now is Sarah from Tribe of Many. It took her having her 10th child to finally get herself some help, where she finally admitted to herself, because I think her husband had been telling her, yeah, you need to get some help. Where she finally decided, okay, I need some help, but what is this help going to look like in terms of like, what do I need? Do I need help with my family, or do I need help with my YouTube? Do I need help with both? And I think she decided really more so she needed like an extra pair of hands to help in the house. But this person also does help her with her, I think a little bit with her YouTube in terms of maybe run packages, go to the post office, maybe some administrative things. But, for the most part, she is still managing her channel, period, in terms of like the filming and the editing and things like that. So we're talking about Strong Mommy Chrissy here, Tasha. So review queen, to your point. So 2 excellent points here. So I'm gonna take Tasha's first. Review queen, I want to address yours second. Tasha, yes. On the nose. I mean, she said 9 years the other day. I've heard her say 3 years. That's what she said to Chris Law the other day. Hi, Sammy J. Whatever one it is, it's almost like Jasmine with Philip. Like, which one is it? Have you been with him 15 years, 20 years, 10 years? Like, which one is it? 9 years, 6 years, 3 years, whatever it is what it is. And you're a mom with 9 children and your hands are full, obviously, as mine would be too, because I feel like mine are full and I've got one. But everybody's walk is different, right? So I can only judge me on me. I can only look at her and see, oh my God, what would I do? But it's not like she got them all overnight. I mean, she's had one. So we're people who are built, raising a family over time, you get used to, like some people say having 2 and 3 is like the same thing. But when you go to like 5 and 6, that's a big difference, right? And maybe some of you who've got, like, let's say when you went from 3 to 5, and not many people do, because she had twins at number 3. So she came home with, and then she had 5. So just like Jasmine went from 2 to 4. So I could imagine, like, when you double, that probably is like a shock to the system. But I did say this the other day, to your point, review queen, was that someone was saying, I wish that Jasmine had more help. And I said, well, she does have help. She has the help of the Austin Independent School District, because even though she is on remote learning, she has teachers for each student. And so it's not like she's doing, I know what we have to do as remote school, homeschool moms. However, when that child is on Zoom, that child is on Zoom with their teacher. Now, do you have to support the efforts to make Zoom happen and get the homework and assignments and stuff done? Of course you do. But that is some help. So I agree with what you're saying. She also gets the assistance from the government. And that's what I would say from that. It acts like she doesn't. Yes, she should ask for help. And whatever help is available, I would be seeking it out, because it's a lot. That's a lot. And you can't give what you don't have. Back to my point. If you don't have time, you are one person trying to split between 10 and not trying to lose your mind. So let's just say you are one person and trying to split between 10, and that's including yourself, because we have to have time for ourselves. you know, that's what it is. So, I can see that she's probably very busy. So, okay. So Reese, Chrissy. Okay. So Reese, yeah, I mean, look, we don't know what she's making time for right now, but in theory, we know that she has. But in terms of what's been on the videos, now I don't know for her birthday if she had a date, but I mean, hey, a date's a date and it's her birthday. Chris, yeah. Right now, luckily, I think things should be, you know, Chrissy's got older kids, so the complexity of their work is going to be very different from what Jasmine's going to be dealing with. But having to get her kids on board with these computer systems and things like that, that's a whole different story. So that's you know, look, it is what it is. And I think to the original point is, I guess, we don't always think about that when we're having the babies. That yeah, they're eventually they are going to grow up, and the responsibilities will increase, and we never knew this was going to happen, with this pandemic. So like I said, my heart went out to her as a mother, um just knowing what she has on her plate. Okay. Because her plate is full. It's got to be. She probably got she got to forget about a plate. She got a platter. Because there ain't no fitting that on no plate. But that's she's busy. Hey, Latoy, how are you? Dr. Amira. Yes, I think that it's very interesting to watch all of us in action. You know what I mean? Any of us who decide to put themselves out here to be, I guess, judged in a way, but just to share our best practices. Hey, this is what I do. Okay. Um, we all learn from each other. So yeah, you either learn what to do or what not to do. Right. So I think that's an excellent point. She did have a date on her birthday. Okay, well, everyone gets a night off, but yeah, Chrissy, girl, you're busy. You're busy. And if you're not busy, you should be busy. And when she's not busy, I would be sleeping. Quite personally, I would be trying to get rest my mind, drink some tea. I guess escape to her office setup. Now any of you in the chat, let me just read Dr. Mira's other point. Yes, thank you, Cheryl. Can y'all hit the like button? Just think. Right. Okay. So when you say, I just think that some of them team too much. So what do you feel like they're too clicky, or I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, so Kiki, it started buffering. She tried, I think, 2, 3 times. It was either the third time on Starla Omega or the fourth time on Starla Omega, and it was clear. I don't know that it was specifically Starla Omega, or was it just the internet cleared up, or she got somebody offline, or what? But yeah. Okay, moving in silence. Yes. Hopefully they're not running too late. Um, Dr. Amir, God bless you, and wishing you all the best with the upcoming baby. Yeah, I mean, school was de facto, or school is de facto babysitting, but I mean, let's be real. Our kids are going to be educated. It did throw a fly in the ointment of industry, because for the most part, a lot of the jobs where we have people who are essential workers, we have a good percentage of people who have children and who've had to figure out childcare. Now, for some people, they are using family members who are now going to be able to make some of that money that would have probably gone to daycare, or maybe, I don't know if they've made arrangements through other, if someone participated in a specific type of a program where maybe they got assistance for their daycare, if they are giving like non-certified providers, that money. Because let's face it, a lot of our essential workers, I don't have the percentages or the numbers, but a lot of the people who are working some of the jobs that we really needed to have people in place aren't, they're not the highest on the wage list. Okay. So if they had daycare stipends, and mom or auntie or your sister is now laid off or home because their job is closed, and now they can help you with some childcare because the daycare center is closed. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what services like that are available. So even if Chrissy did have help from the government, is she going to even use that? Does she want to bring her kid to a facility? And I mean like daycare facility versus a voucher where maybe she can get someone to come, because I mean, let's face it. I mean, she would be over the number for a like non-certified daycare. Cause even then you have like 5, 6 kids. So because it's her home and her family, could she get money to help and get someone in there to help her? It's possible. I don't know, but I don't know that she's even sought that out. Um, uh, you know, so, Dr. Amira, I would love to hear more of your point, like to elaborate on that, just like expand on that just a little bit more. This society, so as in this community in YouTube, or if you could expand on that just a little bit more, just so I could really understand what your point. I mean, I get it. There are some negative stereotypes that I think that are being elevated, actually. What Chrissy is going through right now is a byproduct of choice, okay? Because she has been big upped. She has been raised the roof on, girl, have as many children as you want. But nobody was saying to her, look, I'm looking in my crystal ball and there's a pandemic coming and you're going to actually be at home with all of these children and you're going to be educating them as a homeschooling mom. Schools won't be open. Food will be short. Toilet paper will be scarce. You're going to get evicted. You're going to have to move halfway across the country. Nobody knew that. You know what I'm saying? And nobody was able to tell her that. And even if they did, I don't know that that would have stopped her. So Dr. Amir says the world. So I agree. I feel, and we know this because this is the problem with TikTok right now, which is, I'm going to get to another point. There are a lot of negative stereotypes, right? And people that live a certain way are questioned, and people who are living a certain way are encouraged to do things that over long term, or even at a time or two in life, may appear that, look, you made a quality of life choice, and this quality of life choice, that might be the dog. This quality of life choice now has got you exhausted and busy. Hey, Tamara. Gosh, guys, if I miss anyone coming in, hey. Hey, Anna. I wonder why you're not, hold on. So this quality of life choice has now got her, yesterday coming to us in a live and basically saying, like, guys, I don't know what to do. Okay, Anna, you are a mod. Okay. I was like, on the StreamYard side, it didn't show it. Okay. hold on just a second, guys. So yeah, she made some choices, guys, you know. So I mean, yes, I feel bad for her in the sense, like I said, mom to mom, I feel bad for her. I think she's got a platter full of responsibilities, and I guess we'll be watching. We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know what to there's nothing that I can really do for her other than continue to support her channel by watching. But it's interesting. It's very interesting. I think that she is having an awakening of sorts and seeing, you know, what's going on. And maybe some of her friends and colleagues are seeing how hard it is too, because, you know, Jasmine is not, mommy, back up. Jasmine is not shy about letting us know when she is having a hard time. Yeah, Felita. I don't know if that's Jasmine. When Jasmine says that when maybe she wakes up late, let me tell you something, guys. I get up at 5:30. I get up, I make my husband's lunch, and then between that time, I get stuff done that I need to have done because I got to get my daughter up at between 7:30, 8 o'clock to be on the computer at 9. And they expect the kids to be logging in at 9. I thought, oh, 9:50, but no, it's 9 o'clock. Even if you don't have homeroom at 9 because they rotate schedules, you are expected to start your independent study. So you're expected to get on, start working on your assignments, watching your videos, because there's some instruction that is already kind of ready, set, go. And you're expected to get that started at 9 o'clock. So from 9 to 4, my daughter's busy all day. Okay. So, and if, like I told her, if you get started on time, you can take a pretty decent break in the middle of the day. So she can take like an hour break based on the fact of her getting started and her working her assignments in the times that is allotted. And she's not sitting here till 6 o'clock trying to get her work submitted by the end of the day. Cause yeah, it's if you miss a little bit, you miss a lot and you will be behind. So I can't imagine right now having all those children all on a home learning system and working with all of those teachers with varying different degrees of learning to learn, and just trying to understand what's going on. Like, oh wow, that's a word. So she's learning from sight words to reading, vocabulary, comprehension, probably pre-algebra with her eldest daughter and her son. I mean, I don't know what grades they're in. I know mine's in 4th. So I would imagine she's probably got 4th, 5th, maybe even a 6th grader. So you've got from sight words to 6th grade to biology, probably even, my God, girl, you busy. I understand. I'm look, all I know is those videos turn into paychecks, and I see her asking for more work, i.e. promos and things like that. How are you going to get your promos done if you're not putting out videos? That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to, y'all, okay? That's all I'm saying. Mommy, go lay down. So, that's it. So, let's see. My sister had 9 kids and did it all. No mom is perfect, but you know what? So key +3, what I'm asking is this: was your sister on YouTube? So the big difference with that, obviously, I would assume Chrissy is doing it all, but she also has a certain type of job that she does a certain way, which is she takes breaks throughout the day to stop for large blocks of time to go live. And then she's also filming very elaborate music videos. I don't know, whatever she does. So she has a very specific type of content that she's liking to do. So the difference is, if your sister has 9 kids, I'm sure Chrissy can do it. She's had those kids. God's, you're not going to have kids and you can't be able to take care of them unless there's that's a whole nother problem. I'm sure she can take care of her kids just fine. Everyone doesn't have hundreds of thousands of people watching their every move. But as far as being able to separate herself from getting this job done that she's doing in the home versus departing the home for 8 hours and sending the kids to daycare or whatever, or even if you are at home because of Corona, your job could be very different. Like a lot of people who are struggling with getting on conference calls, and then your kids are coming to interrupt and all of those things. So, I definitely don't doubt as a single mom that a mom can do it all with 9 children, because we see a proud mommy of 12 who's getting ready to have a 13th. And she seems to get along just fine. She doesn't really clue us in on anything negative, but whatever she's going through, if it's good or bad, this lady always has a smile on her face, and she never misses an opportunity to let us know how much she loves cooking for her family, or that she loves braiding up these boys' hair. Rather than taking the boys to get a haircut, she is still with her hands braiding up their hair. She loves, and I'm not saying this to say Chrissy does not. So again, I'm not comparing, I'm not contrasting. I'm just saying this is a whole nother mom in a whole nother situation with even more children, who is double downing on her posts because she's getting ready to have a baby. And I think she probably also knows what that means to her, is that residual income. Excuse the heaviness in the background. That's my dog. She is getting that money. She's getting those bags together, right? Have you guys not seen that? How much she posts? She's posting like every single day. That baby's coming. She knows people are interested in watching it, and she's posting and dropping them videos because she wants to make those bags. It's not that she just wants to give everybody a window into her home, which I guess she doesn't mind. But at the end of the day, she also knows it means money. Fran, what you speak of involves discipline and skill. Some is innate, some is learned. Many don't have that, unfortunately. Remember. So yeah, I mean, that is true. I think aside from just a Catholic upbringing, I can't say that didn't help. It didn't hurt. But my parents were more old, they were old school. But that's with me. Me as a parent, I've got one. And I see what she's doing. And the fact that she doesn't have time to YouTube tells me that she's busy momming. And there is nothing wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, let's just flip it to the other side. We see Jasmine, who, gosh, guys, we all watched that live earlier in the week. And guys, I'm stuck on JB's comment right now. So if I'm not seeing your comment yet, it's because I have not scrolled up, because I want to address any comment. And yes, TMR, shouts out to your sister, Key Plus 3, because large families, are amazing. And it's amazing just to see the family fellowship, you know what I mean? The family ship of it all. I love it, and I was one of 5 kids. Both of my parents come from large families. My mom had 6. My mom was one of 6 girls and 1 boy. So 7 kids altogether. My dad had, in between my grandfather, after my grandmother passed away, altogether there were 11 kids. So another large family. I'm one of 5. You know what I mean? So large families are something that's very familiar to me. I've got tons of cousins, all of that. So, I'm not surprised she doesn't have time to. Yeah, I'm surprised she doesn't have time to do what she needs to do, because with her YouTube. And you know what? that's what you got to do as a mom. I get it. And I know that she needs to make money. So, that's going to be a problem. But we see Jasmine the other day, and Jasmine just, my God, can we just like talk about that for a minute? Jasmine, her daughter, and I know some people may feel like, well, she should have sat down and she shouldn't be bothering her mother. Her mother told her this because the baby's 4. She's either 4 or 5. She's a child. She is all of a baby to me. To me, it would have been much easier, and we wouldn't have had to go through the pain of watching baby girl. Did I see True in here? True, if I see you, if I didn't see you, which I thought I saw you, hey True, trip over the backpack. I mean, it was cute when it had, because it was like, oh my God, but I was just kind of like, Jasmine, give the girl her ice cream, because if you park her with her ice cream, she will stop bothering you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if any of you guys agreed with that or not. Maybe you guys think that she should have just sat down and waited. But 5-10 minutes, really what turned out to be 30-40 minutes is like an eternity. Anna, prep mom kids, they are more spread out. She has some older kids. Well, y'all, but still, she may have 7-8 kids at the house. So whether she's got 12, let's say 4 aren't home. Girl, are you kidding? She's still got a lot of kids. That's a lot. I would be nuts. I would be like just babysitting. I'd be like, wow. I saw your setup, Courtney Fixing Mommy. You posted that on Instagram, I think, right? Yeah, I think you showed us on Instagram. Guys, if you're not following some of the people in here, I always say find someone to follow in our group, because there's a lot of people who are doing some fun stuff online. Everyone's not making videos. Some people are putting telling their stories on Instagram or Facebook and things like that, so follow someone, because like I said, a lot of people are telling some really great stories out here of themselves, offering up different information and just different windows into their life and how they're doing it and what they're doing. And it's all very interesting. Jazzy is hard to watch. I want to just grab her. Yeah, I mean, it's really, it was hard to watch, but it was just kind of like, really, Jasmine, come on. Like, and she just was so immersed in talking about her YouTube that it was just kind of like, also, your other daughter was on a Zoom. So you had one who wanted to get her ice cream, and you could have had her be more quiet while the other one was finishing up a Zoom, but then you're sitting there talking at the top of your lungs about YouTube. Yeah, it was a mess. It was just kind of like, come on. Well, Anna, yeah. I mean, look, some of that probably is the case. I mean, look, I don't get it, like I said, she went from 2 to 4. So we don't necessarily always plan on twins, but it was, yeah. Philip wasn't at the top of the eligible bachelor list as far as I could tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, my God. Yeah, they are like, there's no words. There's no words for what's going on over there. Only thing worse than that is like the demonstration of absolute nonsense that I saw yesterday, going from a like Chipotle pickup to was it Five Guys or did it end up being Chick-fil-A? I don't even know. But going from one fast food pickup to another and complaining the whole way about people complaining about you rather than, okay, I'll call an exterminator, or okay, I have my I set some traps and we're gonna handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a mess. But Jasmine really, Jasmine, you know, she has a way of combining stories about her depression, and maybe she truly is. I don't, I'm not her doctor, I don't know, but she's disclosed that she's had some depression, um with like anger. She's very angry at her life, and I don't know. I mean, to me, did you not know what was going on when it was going on, that you were dealing with somebody who had a very high likelihood of not being there for you? So, and now that you have been able to create this opportunity for yourself with YouTube, which I always say YouTube really offers some people out here great opportunities that to make money that they wouldn't have been able to make otherwise, or additional supplemental money. So whether it's $100 or millions of dollars, YouTube has put money in the hands and the pockets of people who may not have had, who may not have had it otherwise, and would have had to have gone out the home to do it. So, right. Um, Philip is interesting. Yeah, and you know, headphones. If space is at a deficit in your home, headphones. Get headphones. And you're going to have to walk around like the hall monitor to make sure things are happening. Like this morning, I was trying to clean up the kitchen and I was sweeping. And I had to, you know, Farrah was like, "Mom, you're distracting me." Like, okay. So I had realized, like, okay, that maybe that is distracting. And maybe they can see me like sweeping, but that's what I was doing. I was spraying my plants. That's what I do in the morning. But she was sitting a different way. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna have to do this later because it is distracting. I didn't think about it. So it is what it is. And we're all getting used to this new schedule and the way this teacher's doing things, because last year we did have Zooms, but we didn't have them like this. She didn't have 4 Zooms a day. So, okay. Maybe I'm closer to caught up. Let's, yeah, I don't know. I think that, I don't know if CPS went out there. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, I think it was weird that when she reported for her drug test and the lady was like, "Man, we don't have any paperwork on you." We don't know if Chrissy, you know, look, how many times do people go to drug testing facilities and they say, "I don't have any paperwork on you"? And how many times does that receptionist get people in the door? They're just like, you don't have, you can't just whatever. And just because she gets it on film doesn't mean that that's where she was supposed to be. If anything was ever requested, um, I don't know. Like, if she took a test, great, good. And maybe her not being online could have been a cool down. Maybe they told her to keep her butt off the internet. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I guess they can't tell her not to make her money, but who knows? But I would definitely be making sure my T's are crossed and I's are dotted if I was under a Child Protective Services investigation, for whatever that record states. So you know, so good point, good call out, guys. But yeah, guys, you know, there's a, like I was saying before, there is a segment of this community that if you say anything that I'm saying right now, like I'm just hating, I'm awful, I'm not being encouraging, I'm not being woman's I'm not empowering women. I am empowering women by saying, you know what? I'm good. I've got my family. We are good at this number, or I'm going to hold right here. I'm not going to allow you, sir, to give me additional responsibility, but you get to walk away, okay, when you feel like it, because maybe you woke up and realized when you told me that you loved me, you really didn't, you know? So, I don't know. I think that being empowered is also, as we as women, empowering ourselves to know that our bodies are not for sale. And I don't mean for sale as in like prostitution, but what I mean for sale as in a dinner, a Netflix and chill, rent, someone to spend time with you, you know, all of those things. And because the results of that is more work for you, be it more children to take care of, more, sometimes even more heartache. So there's a certain segment that if you say anything against somebody, you know, doing what they want to do, you know, look, there is power in not, you know, in exercising your free will to say no to some things. Okay. You don't have to be free to have a bunch of children if that's not necessarily long term when you're looking out. You know, if you're not with your husband, and I mean, not even married, I'm just saying someone who you envision spending the rest of your life with, to me, you shouldn't have kids with that person. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. Now, if that's already happened, well, so be it. But you know, if you say anything against that, you're not empowering women. But me personally, I am empowering women to know that, you know what, there's more to life, or there's just as good of a life with wherever you're at right now with however many children that you currently have. You don't have to have 5 more if you don't want to. You don't have to have 3 more. You don't have to have 1 more if that's not what you want. If 1 more is going to round out your family and grow, and that is what your family has planned to do, then that's awesome. But if you're going to be in a situation like Strong Mommy Chrissy, who is kind of like said, I'm just like, I can't. I'm just exhausted. I'm tired. I can't imagine why she wouldn't be tired. I was kind of like, duh, you know, but when I said a couple of times, she's got to be tired. She's got to be, I mean, my God, you moved your whole family, as far as we know, by yourself. You had to clear out your home, pack up your kids, move them across the country, move into a place, get them all situated. I mean, this woman did a lot by herself. Thank you, Coco. Thank you. It's just incredible to me how no one thought for a minute that this woman would actually run out of gas and still has her mind. So we see that look, we all naturally, we go in ebbs and flows of happiness to sadness to grief to whatever. She's going through a lot. She had a marriage breakup. But the fact that she is able to articulate, I'm tired, I need a rest, I need a break, there is nothing wrong with that. And I'm surprised she hadn't said it sooner, because to me, as a mom, that's kind of some of the mom stuff that people actually do need to hear. And she's endured a lot. She's also put herself through a lot. So she's, you know, some of what she's enduring is basically the after effects of her choices, which I think I also started out by saying. But this is not to punish this is just life. This is just life, right? Life happens. So our children grow up. And again, the complexities of taking care of them shift and change. You have to do maybe less hands-on caretaking as it is now parenting and coaching and educating. So she's still got a little baby that she still has to nurse and mother, and she's got ones on their feet. She's got ones who are already in school, some who can read, some who are learning to read, some who are doing more complex things. So she's got a range of children. And, you know, the fact that she could look really good yesterday, she looked very pretty. She had her face done. I'm not worried about strong mommy Chrissy. I think that she is going to be just fine. I think that this is going to be something that, with maybe some money, that she can get herself out of, i.e. assistance, which she says she has one, but I don't know what this assistant is doing, or some sort of, you know, nanny, manny, whatever, somebody to help her out. But, you know, enough on strong mommy Chrissy. I know we've talked a little bit about Jasmine. I honestly, I don't have a whole lot to say. Jasmine, you know, I don't have a whole lot to say about Jasmine right now, honestly. She's, you know, she does a lot and she complains a lot. She, yeah, it's odd to me. And then the whole Philip thing, she's different. And the fact that she always throws in that she's got this boyfriend around, this guy who is dealing with her and who knows all about her channel. I'm like, God, this guy is not really interested in you. He can't be. What self-respecting man is dealing with a woman who's got so much going on other than just sitting back and is probably like, can I get $100? Can I get $50? Like, he can't be any kind of a quality guy. And I would say this to Jasmine, just watch out. Cause I know you've said many times, that you've got baby fever. You still got one more baby inside of you. Girl, don't make that guy the guy. Don't have any, you know what I mean? Like, no, don't do it. Because you're going to be in, it's going to be some trouble. Don't do it. Girl, yes. Ivy League is not playing with nobody. She says you don't get to complain. I get to complain. Take Jasmine out of Virgo season. You kicked Jasmine out of Virgo season. She didn't meet her. She's still young. She's still, well, she's, you know, I mean, she's young-ish. Look, I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, how we think long, think wrong. I don't know. I think she spends a lot of time up in that head of hers and needs to start like checking into like present moment. Like, don't think about what happened. Stop thinking about what's gonna happen because you don't know. And start living in this moment, because all of this thinking about the past and woulda, shoulda, coulda, and all of this looking to the future potentially, you know, I would be dealing with right now. You know, I don't know that kids are a luxury, but they are part of the promise. I mean, if we are to inhabit this world, it includes us having children. So someone's got to do it. Everyone's not going to do it, but some of us have to do it. And I mean, some of us have to do it for our world, our, you know, for this whole thing to continue. It's almost like social media. It's reliant on you guys logging in, right? Someone opting in. So, yeah, we have to have children or else the world will die out. So I don't think it's necessarily a luxury, but I think that at a certain point we have to exercise our free will to say no to just doing whatever, whenever, however, and not realizing that one day, it's like the Octomom. When she came home with those 6 more kids on top of the 8 that she already had, I don't think she was really thinking about how she was going to take care of 14 babies basically by herself, 6 newborns and varying different degrees of toddlers. Like, it was almost criminal is what they were saying. They wanted her locked up. Do you guys remember that? There's a couple of documentaries here on YouTube about Octomom and what happened pretty much right before she had the babies, and how the death threats and everything. I mean, people were mad also because they found out she was on public assistance and all that kind of stuff, and that her hospital bills would be paid for. People were mad. They were mad. Also, the fact that she had gone to a fertility clinic, and that's kind of like, that's a luxury. Okay. Being able to have intervention to be able to have these children and bring them home. My God, it was swarms of press out there, ready to just cut her up. Basically, they want to cut her for having all these babies. So if you have not heard of Octomom, or you've heard of her but you're not familiar with the story, guys, take a look at it. There's a couple of really good documentaries on her and just what happened, and it was really, really crazy. I mean, literally, she had people looking in her window trying to take pictures, all that kind of stuff, and people spitting on her, just awful stuff. No, I get what you're saying, Ivy League. I was just, from one extreme, kind of like kids are a luxury, to what I'm saying is that we do have to have children. So I was just kind of, on the other side. I get what you're saying though. Again, I don't want to go to can't afford, because I don't know her finances, and I don't like to get into the weeds on that because I don't know what she makes. I don't know how she pays her bills. I'm certainly not cutting a check. So, but I saw a woman who can't afford what she can't buy is time. Okay. So forget about, let's let the high layers of curvy style. How are you? Aside from the side of money, let's just say someone who has to divide 10 different ways, and I'm factoring in 10 because I'm also factoring in herself, because we have to have something for ourselves, because if we don't take care of ourselves, we have nothing to give. So that's a lot. That's a lot. IVF is not cheap. And I think Key Plus 3, the doctor that she used, kind of almost did like a experiment. I wouldn't say he did an experiment on her, but when he, sometimes they give you a certain amount of eggs. Typically, all the eggs don't make it. I think he over fertilized her, over egged her. Let's say, I'm sure I'm saying this completely wrong, but he over impregnated her with fertilized eggs. So whatever eggs did not make it, the 6 is what was left. And maybe they'll put 6 or 5, and maybe 2, 3, 4, sometimes all but 1 or all don't make it, right? Based on what he put in her, she had maximum results, which was 6. It was not that all of them lived. It was that he put so many that 6 remained. I mean, it was, I think there was something with the license. I mean, this person was out of order, this particular doctor, and I think was brought up on some kind of sanctions to their license or whatever. Again, get the full story. Don't just rely on me for the telling of this, but definitely this was huge. So if you guys don't know about, again, Octomom, check her out. Nadia Suleiman. Okay. Okay, Latoy. Okay, Latoy. You hear that? Strong Mommy Chrissy, Jasmine, stop eating out, eating seafood so you can get a nanny. Okay. That's okay. Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, you could be married, you could be very secure in your relationship, but at the end of the day, you know, guys, know, look, us moms, a, a lot of us have very interactive spouses, husbands, family members who help us take care. But the running of the home is really up to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just certain things that the mom does, there's certain things that the dads do. If you're single in your household, and you are primarily responsible for managing that household, whether you are male or female, and that job is going to be all on you. So let's, I guess, keep them, you know, let the men, because there are single dads out here who have primary custody of their children, and we're not going to leave them out of the conversation. But at the end of the day, if you are a single person and you are having a child, and that child falls solely on your shoulders as the primary caregiver, any additional children will have to be a thought on, yeah, can I handle one more? Do I want one more? Am I going to start again? You know, like, what happens if something happens to me? You know, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. Do you know what it's called? So when you're saying black family, so is it a two-parent household? Is it mom and dad? Is it you know, what's the family? Is it a mom and 11 children, or mom and dad? So it's household. I'm assuming if it's a two-parent household, it's obviously a household of 13. Um, and is pregnant with twins. I mean, that honestly, these days, I don't even want to step on my feet. That could be anything. That could be two guys waiting on a surrogate to deliver. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, we don't know. So feed us in some more details, Deborah, so we know what the deal is. Because if it's something that you guys want to watch as a community, I definitely all for it. Two parents, one mother, one father. Okay. Look, I'm just trying to be 2020. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to leave any of our friends out, because we know if 2020 hadn't told you anything, that everything and anything is possible, right? That, you know, we are in the age of, okay, yeah, that's where we are right now. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, God. Hey, Shamak. Hi, Brown Eye Girl. Okay. On Chrissy. I just want to talk a little bit about our girl, Olivia. Hey, Olivia, if you're out here. Look, all I want to say, I don't care if there was a mouse. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care if there was a mouse. There could have been a mouse. I feel like it looked like a small mouse, but maybe it wasn't. She says it wasn't. She said at the end of the day, it was a Matchbox car. Okay. Um, Whatever it was, well, you said it was a lizard, then you said it was a Matchbox car. Whatever it is, I don't care. Like, my point in that video really wasn't even to talk about the mouse. It was this. It was someone said something and you got to go for the jugular. Now, I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch all of the commentary on her. I did not watch every video on Olivia and what was said about the mouse. Okay? But to the extent that you felt that you needed to go, I think as someone with a larger platform, I think it just looked very thirsty. It looked very much like, really? Like, is it really that big of a deal? Like, are you really that bothered? Or is this the run for 100,000? Because you can put, I got rats in my house, I got mice, or that bitch, or just another opportunity for you to ride around the streets of Tampa, wherever it is that you live, and feel a certain type of way about yourself because you are talking like about, it was really just, it was to me, I just didn't feel like it was a really great look. You know, I felt like no matter what it was or wasn't, it's your home. They don't have to live there. And not saying that you're living with mice, but if it was a Matchbox car, guys, hey, it was a Matchbox car. End of conversation. It just made me think of how Olivia is, how she triggers a lot of people. And what really stuck out more to me in terms of the videos was the video of her pretending. So the clickbait back to this time last year, maybe she got a alert that it was this time last year when she cut Robin's hair. Because it was really almost, I think, probably right around this time that she cut Robin's hair. And then she does a whole kind of thing of pretending to cut Ryan's hair. And then she kind of starts off playing and saying, well, you know, I don't really know how to cut Black people's hair. And it's like, but you spent like 7 videos last month talking about how you are always like being accused of being racist or this or that. Why would you pick a moment when you are doing something that some people only can wish that they could do, which is not their one daughter's hair, but their 2 daughters' hair and their son? The honor and the privilege that it is to be a mother, to have the opportunity to sit and do their hair, to play a joke on your community by pretending, and you know it's a hot button because you're like, well, maybe because Black women, you know, like the hair, it grows. We're so paranoid about it not growing. So Black women don't cut their hair. White women, we just know it's going to grow. It's this hair. I don't care. Like, I cut my hair. Like, okay, there's plenty of Black women that cut their hair too. We all do. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But you obviously talked about that there's some trigger there. But then you sit there and you grab your daughter's hair and you take the scissor to it to taunt your audience. Like, why would you do that? You know, you say you want to do better. You say you want a certain type of channel. You say you want to fit in. You don't know why people pick on you, but you take a moment. And I don't really hear anyone else talking about it. I don't know if they are or not, because I don't get to watch everyone else's videos anymore. Guys, I've been so busy for the past 2 weeks with my own family. I just found it harsh, and I found it wrong. And it was wrong of you because you used your baby. And I felt like it was wrong. But that's your kid, and you do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, not my kid, not my problem. But it wasn't funny. And for someone who feels like you are misunderstood because of your mixed background, and you kind of feeling like sometimes you're seen as not Black enough, or not this enough, or not that enough, those are things, the way you said it, the way you did it, hi Mira, the way you said it, the way you acted it out, are things that is not going to gain you any favor with other mothers, period. Black, white, I don't care. Because there's lots of cultures that don't play with their kids' hair like that. And across racial period, any races, and you play too much. You know what I mean? You know how some people say you play too much? You play too much. And maybe that's why your man is in Texas. You play too much. Stop playing so much, because you know what? I remember, and I can't remember the exact words, but what stuck to me is, if you play me, you playing yourself. So when you play your husband, you play yourself. When your husband plays you, he plays himself. Stop playing yourself as a mother. You know what I'm saying? You're playing yourself. Because for you to sit there and do that, you played yourself. You had your baby look up. She didn't even know what was going on. But you used her as a pawn in your joke to trigger women in a culture that you say have shunned you, but you only did something to further sabotage yourself. Why would you do that? So that's off soapbox on that. Like that's my point. That was my point of the video. So I don't know if all of you got that. You know, I know some people had stuff to say about the mouse. I didn't give a fuck about the mouse. If you listen to the whole video, it was really more so about Olivia as a person. And girl, what are you doing? Because what I see that you're doing is you're going for 100,000. You're trying to hit a home run. You're going for shock and awe. You know what that video did for you last time. I mean, I don't know what it did. I'd have to look, and I'm not that invested in doing it, but someone might be. Hey, Miss OKC. Wait, I missed your comment. You know, it's just I don't know. I just feel like, my God, girl, stop. You know what, Nikki? I don't know that people are talking. I'm talking about it. Other people are talking about the mouse. And I don't know if that's what you're referring to at this moment. Because I don't know what the timestamp is now. It's right at 4:00. So maybe 2 minutes ago. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know that my word on this topic is going to do anything. But what I'm saying to her is, if you are trying to change the narrative of you, and you really want to fit in and not feel odd man out or not black enough, don't do things. Don't do things like that. That wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny, period. But it wasn't funny to use your child. And I guess if you chose to cut Ryan's hair at that moment, I guess you would have just been cutting her hair at that moment. But I've seen plenty of, there's another channel that I watch, a girl, her name is Melissa Mendoza, and she's out of San Antonio, and she has a daughter who is adopted, who is half black, and she cut her daughter's hair. She didn't cut it on camera, but it, you know, she came into a vlog. And I don't know if any of you guys watch her H Kitty vlogs. If anybody watches her, she's in San Antonio. She used to be a nurse, and she's got 4 daughters now. One is the eldest is adopted, and then she's got the three girls she's had since. Anyway, but I love her channel. But when she cut Emmy's hair, she took Emmy to get her hair cut. Well, first she did cut it herself, but she didn't cut it on camera. But Emmy had, and still has, long, beautiful hair, very thick. And she did a health clip. She cut it. She didn't cut it super short. It was cut to a bob, but her hair was down to here, down her back. And they gave her the business. She had to turn her comments off for a while. But she ended up started taking her daughter to get her hair done. She started watching videos. I think she got some lessons. She went and bought hair products specific to Emmy's hair, because she realized, okay, her hair is different, and I do have to take care of it different. Hey, Miss Brown. So you watch Melissa. So don't you just love her? She's sweet. She's just the sweetest. And her husband, they're a nice family. She realized there were some differences of taking care of this black child that she has that's different. And it's called H Kitty Vlogs. I'll have to link it for you. Her name is Melissa Mendoza. She used to be I think she was either a registered nurse or an LPN or something. But anyway, she's got a channel. She has an Etsy shop, all that stuff. She still sells stickers. She's grown quite a bit over the years. But now she's dealing with the fact that she did give up nursing due to COVID because she didn't want to bring it home to her children. But since I've been watching her, like, she had the first natural baby. She had just adopted Emmy, and they had just bought home Autumn. which is, I think, her number 2 daughter, but her first biological kid. And then now she's just had her third, H Kitty Vlogs. Yeah. And she's a sweet, sweet woman. They live in San Antonio. She is like half white, half Mexican. Her husband's altogether Mexican. The adopted daughter, number 1 child, is half Mexican, half black. But they gave her the business cutting her daughter's hair. And she just kind of was like, I'm going to take this as a moment and I'm going to learn. And she did. And she did. And she also understood that there was some sensitivity there and also a cultural difference that she did not understand, that she did go to understand and learn to understand. And yes, and she's going to school to be a nurse practitioner. That's correct. So I respect that. Instead of taking the moment to, rather than take the moment to make it a learning moment and be respectful, it was a ha ha he he, disrespectful, like, okay. So, you know what I mean? Like, next time you get accused of, girl, colorism, racism, whatever, like, just remember that I'm trying to tell you here what's giving you the problems, why you are seeming like odd man out, because of doing little stunts and shows like that with your children. Okay. So that was just not smart. It wasn't smart. It wasn't a good move. It was, if anybody else had done that, if a Hollywood celebrity had done that, they would be out of work right now. That was just not smart. That wasn't smart. It was insensitive, and it was sort of disrespectful, I thought. But, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I'm just talking about it with these people in my community, and, life will go on. You did not cut, baby Ryan's hair. I just don't think that it's wise to use your babies to proof points, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done on that. I just, again, there's a culture in part of our community, this mommy community here, that, we highlight some things that really mean nothing. And really don't bring out the best in us as women. And some of the things that really could be the best in you, when people talk about them, you're like elitist, you're this, you're that, like whatever. That's not fun. But you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't, my platform isn't going to always be like the feel good, it's going to be I'm going to tell you what I feel is right. And I'm not going to sit up here and lie to people and say, well, no, that's okay to do that. I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do, but yeah, you're tired and you're busy because of choices that you made, like, okay, yeah, it is what it is. Right. Olivia doesn't understand. One day she will. One day she will. Because when those children come home to her and they're crying about something and they're upset about something, certain things in life, how you have those days where something just comes back and it's right there in your face and it's like it just happened. Something will come back and something will resonate, and either it's going to be, wow, I missed a chance, or I didn't have to go through that because of this or that, but okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to make a difference for her or to her, but at the end of the day, girl, get your 100,000. But I would not, just because your husband's not there, don't use your kids. Like, don't sacrifice the babies. I mean, that's, don't sacrifice the babies, to get that 100,000, because that's not cool. And I would hope, I would just hope you wouldn't do that, because that's kind of when I will tune out, because I can't watch that. That's not something I'm going to watch. is that type of like using of your kids to play practical jokes on other, like one grown woman using your children to make jokes and prove a point to other grown women. That's not cute. That's not funny, and it's not cute. So I don't know what you guys thought about that, but I thought it was pretty whack. So anyway, Coco, are you still here? Someone sent me, let me see. Coco, was this for me or for someone else? Coco sent me a CashApp, but I don't know if it was, I think it was for you guys. Coco loves to give you guys money. So, Coco, thank you for sponsoring a giveaway, guys. I think I'm going to do this a little different. I need to think of a question. I wasn't ready. But we're going to comment down below. Yeah, try me, Patterson. I was disappointed. I was disappointed because as someone who I know loves her children, I was kind of like disappointed that she took that moment to do something solo. I'm sorry. I just this is kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe you guys don't think that way. I don't know, but I was just kind of like, and I based on, maybe it was more than a year ago, but it couldn't have been much more than a year ago because it was around the time that she moved. When she moved and went to Florida, which was, I don't know, June, July, whenever. And then Gerard made his way out to Florida to be with her. Before then, that was when she cut the hair. And I want to say that was probably sometime in July. It was in July. Yeah. So it was, but yeah, I don't know. She knows that was like a sore topic for a lot of people. People were not happy at Olivia for doing that. You know, I mean, I guess she thinks it's content. But other than that, you know, she was giving some advice on how to get over a breakup. I would say get over the breakup and then we can really talk about it, because I don't see that you're over the breakup yet. And I'm still not convinced that her and Gerard still won't get back together again. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think it's been over long enough yet to call it completely over. So I think that's still a developing story, because I don't know that it's really over yet. It could be over right now because from what I understand, he is in Dallas. So it's not that I don't believe that. I don't think that he's there. I just think that we don't know yet that this is really over, because these two have a certain type of relationship, and I don't know if it's over. I'm just gonna be honest. That's how I feel about it. I don't know what you guys think. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to fix something in the back. Am I buffering? I feel like it looks like it's buffering to me. Yeah, try me, Patterson. I don't think it's over yet. I just don't. But, you know, look, again, it really doesn't make a difference to me. That's her relationship. So she likes it. I love it. If she's happy and she's going to be happy divorced, this is what I always say. Parents want happy parents. I mean, children want happy parents. whether those parents are married or not. So to the kids, I think as they get older, it does make more of a difference because, of course, older children do feel the effects of divorce just as much as you would think that little children do. However, I think it's more important that they're happy. So at the end of the day, yes, be happy. And, I think that that's super important. So, but guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this. I got to think of a question. Coco, do you have a question? Oh God, yes, Coco. Um, Gwen, that's a good question. I don't know. I would imagine, especially if he's on some type of, whatever his offense is, and he may have to register. And of course, he's getting out of prison, so I'm sure he's going to be on some type of a parole. I would imagine, but again, I don't know the details of his situation. Coco, I'm not ready for a question. We might need to do this question on Monday for a giveaway. Girl. Marissa. Yeah, if he's like, let's just say if he has to, let's say in theory, if he had to register as some sort of a sex offender, we don't know. It would just depend on what his charges are, what his actual real charges are, and what they say are the circumstances revolving around his release. Yeah, Sammy J. I don't know. But guys, I think we're going to do the giveaway on Monday. Coco, do you mind if we do it Monday and then I can think of like a really good question? Or if you just stay kind of posted, I could put something up on the community board. And from there, then I can put like what the parameters are for the question. And I may even say, hey guys, on the community board, hey, the Cash App question is posted in the comments on this video. Go and comment, put your Cash App, and the first winner will be notified. And then I'll just come on, do it like that. That way you guys can just come back to the video. Maybe I'm going to ask a question from this video, something, maybe a comment, something. So let's shut it down here and I will come up with a question by tomorrow morning. So now I'm making up the rules as I'm going. So I will come up with a question. I will post to my community board that I've posted a question, Cash App question, and to come over here to this video, The Downside of Mom Life. And I will pin the question, and you guys answer. And you guys answer in the comments with your Cash App. And the first correct answer, so be clear what you put in there, because if you go back and edit it, editing, I think, will give it a new timestamp. So make sure that you are clear with your answer and your Cash App. If you do not have a Cash App, look in my description box, and there is a referral code, and you can click on that, and you can sign up to get Cash App. And I think you get something. You might get like $5 or $10 or something. And I'll get $5 or $10 too. So it's up to you if you use my referral code. Protect your peace, guys. As moms, future moms out here, guys, protect your peace. Be happy. All our children want is, happy moms and dads out there. That makes your kids so happy. So guys, I think that making wise choices when you have to take downtime, self-care is so important. And honestly, I give Chrissy a big thumbs up and shouts out to taking some time for herself to manage her family because she says her family is the most important thing to her. And by her doing that, I think she's putting her money where her mouth is by not only just saying that, but she's doing it. So I kind of give her like, you know, a thumbs up for that, because I think that that's huge, because the other side of it is that we see moms kind of like not doing, you know, not doing so hot. And we know that that leads to negativity, that leads to depression and lots of other things. So self-care is important. So guys, you know, take a minute this weekend, do something for yourself, do something nice, take a bath, get your hair done, go get your pedicure, get your manicure, get yourself on. Those of you out here who are moms to be or not moms yet, again, still take some time for you, because I guarantee you're doing something out there for someone. And take a minute to take a break and just do something for you today. So in the spirit of that, like I said, I will come up with a Cash App question. It will be posted to the community board to go and check here down the comments. Go ahead and get it answered. But I will have that done late tonight, and it'll be posted, and then you guys can have some fun answering it, and then we'll have a Cash App winner, okay? Okay, guys. And if you guys have any ideas for questions, you won't be able to participate. But if you have a question and you think, gosh, this would be a great question, email me at lovelies.lacefronts@gmail.com. You know, my email address is in the description box. So if you want to contribute the question, you have something that you think would be an awesome question and it applies to today's show, go ahead and send it to me and I may use it. Thank you, Sammy J. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Amira. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Thank you so much for coming out, spending some time. You guys are awesome. And I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.